way we can do it all in one take. Hey guys, I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft. Hunter and I just got back from a little fishing trip and it's time to clean our catch. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you just one of the ways that I like to clean my fish. So a couple of tools we're going to need for this. Of course you can use any knife, but this is a specific knife made for this job. This is a fillet knife. We'll be utilizing that. We'll need something to scale the fish. This is a commercial made fish scaler. There's many different things you can use to scale fish, including your sport that might be in your bushcraft kit or even the back of your knife. But we'll use the sport for one of our examples. And something else that comes in pretty handy is one of these gloves, and they're really designed so that you don't cut yourself, but it helps to try to reduce getting poked so many times by the fins on the fish also. And if you're going to be processing a lot of fish, it's something that, well, it doesn't weigh much and it doesn't cost very much, and it can save you a lot of aggravation, because there's nothing worse than getting poked by a bunch of fish fins and then that getting sore and infected and all that. So let me reposition the camera. We'll move right down here on the tabletop, and we'll get to cleaning up one of these fish. One other thing that you're going to want is a rag of some sort, some running water, or what I have today is just a roll of paper towels, and I've got the garden hose laid out here. So let's get started. Okay, one of the first things you'll notice is we went with the ethical kill. The fish has been cut through the top of the head and the spine. And holding the fish down, I like to start at the tail. And this doesn't, you don't have to apply a lot of force down. All you have to do is go against the grain of the way the scales are on the fish and work your way up. Now this is where the spoon really comes in handy. This area that's around and behind these fins, it actually gets in there and does a better job than the fish scaler does. The fish scaler, when you come up and it hits those scales, sometimes it digs in and it actually cuts the skin. So if you want to do a real nice and neat job, you can just stick with the spoon. Just remember to keep your finger behind it and support it so that you don't bend your spoon all up, especially if you're using one of these high-dollar titanium spoons. So let's go ahead and just scale this one real quick. Getting all in between these little dorsal fins and these pectoral fins. And I like to get all the way up to the gill plate. And you'll know when you hit the gill plate because it's a real hard piece of the gill that runs right along the bottom. And we're going to cut that out here in just a minute, or at least I'll show you how to cut at that plate if you were going to remove the head. Okay, the fish is completely scaled, and if you really want to check it, just take your hand and carefully run it along the fish and you can tell. The next thing, we need to pull our knife out, and we need to find the anus of the fish, because not many people out there want to eat that. So we'll come right down here behind the fins, and we'll make like a pie slice down on each side of that and just remove that small piece. Turning the fish over and going right in between these fins from where we cut, make a slit up the belly and all the way up to the bottom of the lip, and that opens up the entire stomach cavity. Now we can go in there at the top of the head and reach down, and you'll puncture through that stomach bladder, and you'll see that little diaphragm in there. We want to remove that diaphragm. Just stick your finger in there until you run all the way down along the backbone, and we'll come all the way forward until we have come all the way into the gills, and in that way we've removed all of the gut sac and the gills. Now we'll take this and just wash it off with the water hose, and that fish is clean and ready to go back in on ice and ready for the frying pan if we want to fry our fish whole, or we can hang it beside the fire and roast it slowly like that. Gives us plenty of options, and we can continue by filleting it if we wanted to. Now I talked earlier about this hard piece right here on the fish side of the gills. That's the gill plate. Some people come in behind this fin and cut at a real sharp angle right on the back side of that to remove the head. Other people try to come on top of that fin. It's your preference, whichever one you want to do. But in my opinion, on small panfish like this, if you're going to remove the head, it's best to go behind that fin and cut just beyond the gill plate. That way you cut up to here on both sides, and then a quick slice right across the top here, and you can remove the head. Okay, more about different ways of filleting and fish processing later on. Okay guys, one more quick tip for you. I like to keep a garden hose close by so that I can wash my fish down really well. I think cleaning all of that off gets that fish prepared to go back on ice, or even for immediate cooking. And it's important to hose down and wipe off all of the blood and get all of that residue back off of the fish. If you don't have access to that, a bucket to where you can rinse that fish off will work really well for you. Alright, that was quick, down and dirty, and just one simple way of processing up some fish. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. It was a great day out fishing, and this was a great way to end the day. So let me get started cleaning up the rest of these, and I'll catch you next time on Red Dog Bushcraft, home of global safety and survival. God bless.